R- There we go. All right, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let me see who I've got hanging out in comments so far. Looks like I got Saucy, Brady Goat, Gunther. I'm showing there are 7 people watching this. I'm pretty sure one of them is me because of my TV, because I have it up there just for a monitor, see what's going on. Man, so odd. I'm on Ethernet and it's still telling me that, oh, your signal strength is not that good. Whatever. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. And if I've got any new folks inside the chat, feel free to say hi. Don't be shy. We'd like to go ahead and give everybody a shout out who's here with us. Oh man, that light is shining so bright in that Street Fighter cab. Let's see, can we avoid that in a wee bit? Nope, that makes it worse. Screw it. It's not a Street Fighter show anyway, right? Jay Mackey, welcome to the show, buddy. All right, guys. Today is probably going to be a little shorter than usual. I don't know. Seems that uh, AtGames has kind of changed things up on me this week. So, but we'll go through it all, see what's up, and talk about some things that may or may not be happening. Steve B, thank you for joining us. All right. First thing, let's go ahead and round up what's been happening. So last week's happy hour leaderboard, we played Akari Warriors. I played it very poorly. But let's go ahead and see here how that went down. Akari Warriors, only 8 in the top 10. So pretty sure that all 8 of us, besides those who have won for being in the top 10, Meatball Saucy, will be in for the prize tonight. So the all-time high score was a million, done by Rob 8224. I see none of us got close to that. I barely did anything there. 5200 was third place at first, and then you guys all snuck right past me. So congratulations to everybody who played last week. Saucy's got a sad face there. What's you sad about, Saucy? All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at week 6 results. I really need a better place to put, like, I know, RB Wings, a mill. How in the name of Jesus, Joseph, and Mary do you get a mill on that game? Kills me. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, if you know how to play the game better than I do, then yeah. Congrats for beating me, even though you had a 1600 ping last week. RB Wings throwing up, hey, saucy at you. All right, well, let's take a peek at last week. Speaking of that 1600 ping, looks like last week we had Bobby, RB Wings, and Rebel snuck in 4 points. Saucy and Space Junk 420, otherwise known as Jay here in the chat, got 3. Canan Flats, PK Bullets, and me. Hey, look at it. I got 2 points also. All right. Well, I guess I didn't play myself. I really should have. Oh well, enough of that. Now, drum roll, please. How did that affect the last or this quarter? Since last week was the end of the quarter. Watching UFC, want to show support. Hey man, appreciate it. If you got a chance to just sneak into one game with me, or just one game at all, maybe throw a score on the leaderboard, that'd be great, man. And a connection that is solid tonight. Awesome. Rebel is in the house. Better late than never. Matt, which you can play with us Saturdays or watch the newborn niece and year-old nephew night starting at 8 p.m. here. Well, thank you for joining the live streams, Matt. I wish you could play us. I know how you feel, man. I had my grandkids for 9 months here at the house, and I finally have my time to myself. It's so weird. Although, ask me how much I accomplished today in my arcade. Nothing. Honeydew list. Yeah, I had a honeydew list. I spent some time out in the yard. Not fun. Even though, thank God, it was cool. I mean, it was below 80 when I was out there pushing this push mower up the uphill. I think the grass was something like a foot tall because I had to fix that mower So yeah, good times. Bob and I made it to the last boss stage for ArcadeNet booted us. Oh man, dude, that sucks. All right, well, let's see how last week affected season two. You can see I got a little green note there for Rebel getting 12 points in weeks 1 through 3. He also got 12 points in weeks 4 through 6. However, he is not eligible to play against himself in the championship. So that went and made RB Wings, who was the second person to have 12 points, is advancing on to the championship tournament to happen in week 13. So congratulations, RB Wings, man. And yes, Saucy, that 1600 ping cost you a point. But the good news is, Saucy, you can go ahead and possibly win in weeks 7 through 9, as long as you show up every week. Speaking of showing up every week, let me go ahead and go down chat here. Tree. Congrats, RB Wings. Yep. All right. So, with that said, what else? Why else do you want to play every week? I mean, you played for 3 weeks. You got yourself in there for, the grand finale tournament. So why would Rebel and RB Wings play anymore? Funny you should ask that. By the way, unofficial sponsor of the show, Jim Beam Fire. Alrighty then. So, what the heck is going on? My glass had something awkward on it. I thought I had a crack. So every week you play, you get added in. Let me get rid of that little badge up there. You get entered into a raffle. So every week you earn a ticket. You just show up, and AtGames tells me you showed up. You get entered in with one raffle ticket for that week. At the end of 13 weeks, on the 13th show, I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing of all those names, and we're going to be giving out $450 in prizes. That is going to be a 200, a 100, and then two $50 gift cards from Buy Stuff Arcades, and then two 25 gift cards from UPlayArcade.com. Want to thank both sponsors for helping me out and getting some cool prizes for you guys. So literally, that's all you got to do. Show up and play a game in the lobby during the happy hour, and you are entered in that week for the raffle. And again, you can earn up to 12 raffle tickets. Up until the 13th week. I don't know. I guess I'm not going to count that since AtGames can't tell me if you've been here or not because I can't see everybody. So, maybe we'll do something different. Maybe the folks who are inside the chat for the show will go ahead and get an extra entry. That might be something to do. All right. There is a little bit mixed in there, just a wee bit of Diet Dr. Pepper, not much, and a Death Star ice cube. Sometimes it's a Darth Vader mask ice cube, but today it's the Death Star. Yep, D to the D to the P. Brady, have you seen this dad bod that I have? It's Diet Dr. Pepper for sure. Goodness gracious. Give me a break. I need every bit of help I can get. All right, so let's move on to this week's prizes. First thing we want to do is congratulate last week's winners. That was Jules Cox 72. My gun goes pew pew, and Gumby 2014. So congratulations, guys or gals. You all have a $10 e-store gift card being sent to you via email. You should have gotten it by now, as a matter of fact. I hear they come in quite handy. I think Saucy used his recently to go ahead and get his Core Max. Saucy, did I hear you got that inside the, got that at the house? It's finally there, your Core Max? Curious if you had a chance to set it up and what you think. All right, let me move on to what is next in my list. I guess the next thing to talk about is the Wheel of Names. Sorry, I'm actually going to write down the winners this time so I don't have to go backwards and I can create the winning art tonight. So let's go ahead and go over to the Wheel of Names. Let's see. Share a screen. Bada bing, bada boom. The Wheel of Names. And let me go ahead and change that format to that. That should work. That was done courtesy of my Steam Deck or Stream Deck. No, I don't want that one. I want this one. There we go. Get me way down the list there. All right. So let's see. First, we're going to do new players. I think we had about 9 new players last week. So let's see who is the big winner. And this is from the folks that were in this show or in the lobby last week on the 23rd. All right. First winner, Liquid Ghost. I'm saying that slowly because I'm writing it down. Congratulations, Liquid Ghost. You are the winner of a $10 E-Store gift card. Let's go ahead and go for all players from last week. Got 19 in there. I think I had to take out 1 or 2 that have won in the past. Let's see who gets it this time. Bland 1145. Congratulations, Bland 1145. Again, you'll be getting that code in your email here sometime next week. And last but not least, the top 10. It's going to be boring. Only 4 people up for this because, well, we only had 8 people in the top 10. One of them was me. I don't count. And then we had, I think, 3 others who have kind of already won their prize for top 10. So that leaves 4 people here. Let's see how this works out. Oh, just missed you, Bobby. So, Canaan Flats. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. You are the winner for that $10 gift card. Congratulations. Let me go ahead and close this out. All right, gang. Let me go ahead and jump in, see what the few chats I got here. All right. Congrats to everybody. No way. I did not know that. Well, congratulations, Steve. Are you serious? Because we've had people say that before. But if you are, then congrats, man. All right. Now, who else saw Saucy's name on one of those wheels and was like, yeah, I know where this is going. I totally know where this is going. Well, that is just to show you it is not rigged. All right, man. Congrats to everybody. All right. Well, let's see who else won some stuff during the week. We just had the last week of, I think it was season 5 is what it is from AtGames. Yep, season 5. And looking to see pretty soon what the grand prizes are. Don't know yet. They should be picking those out here this week. But we've got 3, 6, 9 winners from last week playing the pinball built-in Arcade Net leaderboards. Looks like Jackson 815 and Babas snagged a month of Arcade Net, and Hop Jr. got a Core Plus. For built-in, Loney Clan 2018 and Jose Mars snagged a month of Arcade Net, and Rumman SJ got a Core Plus. And last but not least, in the Arcade Net leaderboards, Crazy with a K, Dan 10221 got their months of Arcade Net, and I'm going to go with Salmons got a Core Plus. So congratulations to all those winners. Again, those don't come from me. Those are straight from AtGames. But congrats to everybody. Well, I'm glad that you told us. Like I said, we've had people joke on many shows. Oh, yeah, hey, my name is spelled differently, or that's my other handle. So I'm glad to see somebody here that's in the chat actually won something. That's awesome. It's always glad, I'm always glad to see you guys that are here actively with us, with everybody, going ahead and winning on the show. So cheers. Man, it's only 8:30. I've only blown 15 minutes. I got to talk slower. I think it's the alcohol. Who knows? All right. Well, what else happened last week? Last week there was a Tato Tuesday as well. Let's see those scores. So let me go ahead and go full screen here so I can actually view this. All right. Our boy Vader got top place both in the pinball game for Legends of Kage and Chock and Pop on the arcade side. Congratulations, Vader. Let me see who had the high scores on those. Vader holds the high score on Shack and Pop at 113,100, but didn't even get close on this run. All right, looking over at the pinball here for Legends of Kage. God, I hope I'm saying that right. So Vader, PK Bullets. Who else is here from the show? Longtime friend of the show, Balls of Slapping, also in there at ninth place. And then not a lot of people played the arcade game. Literally 6 people. So, Steve there got it in 6th. Sacro, Eric David in 4th. RB Wings in 3rd. Takayo in 2nd. And Vader, of course, leading the pack. I got to see how many games that Vader is actually the winner on. It's got to be a crap ton, to be honest with you. All right, some beers, some cheers. Vader beat you at 2:30 a.m. and you didn't have time to catch up. That sucks. I would be frustrated as heck myself. How do you insert coins on a Gamer Mini? Trying to get this max going tonight. Insert coins. I want to say most games are the down on the joystick and the player 1 button. I do believe. Yeah, Steve B, big winner, man. Won from my show and from AtGames. Pretty damn cool. Did you know that you won the other one, Steve, or is right now how you learned about it? Because I know that email went out. I want to say Friday, or maybe today. I think they may be behind in announcing the winners for the week. Speaking of winners for the week, what is going on next week? Well, here's what's going on next week. It is summer break. So the folks at Games are going to take a break from doing their normal weekly stuff. Still waiting to hear back from us, feedback from myself, the other guys running the happy hours, which we, of course, take that feedback from you guys as to what the heck should they do in their Season 6. Looks like they're going to return on August 14th is when their summer break will be over, and they will be going ahead and doing new stuff. So I haven't really given them much feedback. I, of course, love pinball a lot, so I just kind of threw that out there. See if maybe we can do something better than just Tuesday for Tato Tuesdays. Not sure. Personally, for me, I got the other show that interferes with it, so I don't really have time to play that those games on Tuesday nights. I get home, I make dinner, I do some show prep, maybe watch a TV show with the wife, and then all my time is gone. So I know. I'm thinking to myself, where are the cool videos, Scott? There were no cool videos this week because, again, nothing going on next week. Steve B claims beginner's luck. Next Friday, going to have a pinball party event hosted by AtGames. Check out the social media. Oh, what score did you beat, man? I didn't notice that. What game was it that you beat the top score on the leaderboards? Because that is how you win those, right? While it's a leaderboard game, if you beat the all-time high score, I think Vader got a happy hour like that. Pretty cool. Friday night, I got nothing going on, so I will definitely play some pinball with you. Can you share what pinball game you're playing, or do you want to keep that a secret for a wee bit? I would understand if you want to keep it a secret. No worries about that. But yeah, I will definitely play some pinball with you Friday night. I generally don't do much besides maybe watch a wee bit of Super Game Room Dudes when I get around to it that time of night, or maybe join into the happy hour for Jacob. That happens from time to time. Should happen a lot more frequently nowadays that I have more of that free time I spoke of. And I'm going to go ahead and check out the leaderboards to see if it's sitting there on the upcoming leaderboards. A lot of times AtGames doesn't put the upcoming ones till later in the week, so nope. The only one upcoming is mine for Akari 3 The Rescue. I wonder if that game plays any different than it does than Akari did, because again, or Ikari, I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but yeah, that is not a game I did very well at. Let me go ahead. I want to see if anybody has asked me to friend them lately. Do not see any invitations. So, guys, if you want to find me in the happy hour, oh, great. It's harder. Go figure. So, Magic Castle 2017 is the one you kicked butt on. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Congratulations. Let me see here. Do I have a banner that has my friend code? Blah, blah, blah. That one, that one, that one. Ah, there you go. So, here's a little caveat, though. I'm going to say, if you want to find me in the lobby, go ahead and make sure you add me as a friend. It has to be done from the web interface. There currently is not an interface on the AtGames platform itself. But go ahead and add me, Raskull. If you search Raskull, you'll find me. You don't need the pound 9828. And then you can go ahead and just search for online while you're in the lobby. And you might, you most likely find me unless I'm in between games. The one thing I do want to say, please, please, please do not invite me, at least, to a game during the lobby happy hours. Everyone's trying to play me, or obviously beat me to score 2 points for the week. And if I'm mashing buttons, I'm probably going to be hitting the A button all day long. And you're going to send me an invite. I'm going to hit A, and I will jump out of the game I'm playing. So it's a known bug right now in the lobby. So please do not send me an invite during the lobby happy hours, as again, everybody's trying to play me to score their points. And again, if you're new to the show or you came in a little bit late, you're asking what are these points you are speaking of? Not joking. It starts out hand to hand. You're right. I remember it. I think you start off in a river or something, don't you? I think so. Because I played all of these games to figure out which ones are not infinite quarters. Because that's one of the things I try not to do is pick an infinite quarter game. I don't want you guys to compete against somebody who just sits there and continue. The score keeps going. I want it to be a single quarter game. Even games that do have continues, as long as they reset their scores, that's okay with me. Holding off on that table announcement so Vader doesn't have time to practice. I like it. I like it. Okay, so it looks like PK scored 814 mil in Magic Castle 2017. Kudos, man. Sorry about that. Had to sneak in a cough. Thank God for mute buttons, right? All right. So let me see here. So I double checked. I do not have anybody else that has sent me an invite, but I will keep that screen open so that if you don't have me in your friends list yet, that you can add me easily. Close up that window. Well, gang, there's not much else I've got on the official agenda. One thing I do want to share with you guys, we've talked in the past on this show and the Basement Corner Arcade show about the Universal Pinball Packs. I believe it's called Universal. And that is coming out here. It was supposed to be out by now, but AtGames is doing some more testing to make sure everything's working fine. But the Universal Pinball Packs will be able to be tied to your Legends ID and be shared amongst all your devices. So that is coming out. They've said right now a tentative date, August 4th, but they've later come back and said first half of August. So if you do have pinball packs that you purchased, those will go universal here in the next couple of weeks. That means folks who bought the Zaccaria 5-pack, which are the deluxe tables, those will be able to be played on your other devices here very soon. So looking forward to that. There has been some confusion lately. AtGames has been terming them Universal Game Packs. And people are thinking, well, is that arcade games or something else? Arcade games, supposedly, according to what I saw on the timeline that I'm allowed to speak of, are set for September sales dates. At least that's what it showed me during the Amazon rollout, is that Amazon will be selling codes for arcade packs starting in September. I might not hold my breath too much and say, well, possibly fourth quarter, but we will see. Matt's got a good question. What if you bought some of these Zaccaria tables on Steam? Not transferable, unfortunately. So yeah, if you've invested a lot into Zaccaria on Steam, I own all of them. Then no, those licenses do not cross over to your ALP. I think it has to do something with the development for the different platforms. So that license does not go all the way across to all devices. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But it was funny because I saw a little bit of I want to say discourse, a little bit of conversation going on Facebook that was shared with me. And yeah, Matt, I remember that sale. That sale was huge, and yeah, I bought all in. So there was some confusion going on. If you remember back in the day when we first got these pinball packs, you had a choice of tying it to your ALP at the time, or your ALU if you bought those packs, or you had a chance to link it to back then what was called your ArcadeNet ID. Now, a lot of folks have been, saying in the chats on Facebook, I don't subscribe to ArcadeNet anymore. Does that mean I can't share my tables back and forth between devices? This, and it's funny because a lot of us were asking way back in the day, ArcadeNet, why did you make this change to Legends ID? I mean, you're just calling it something different. Why are you wasting our time? Why are we doing all this weird stuff and choosing a Legends ID versus our current ArcadeNet ID? And I literally, thought about this as I'm seeing people come, say, I don't subscribe to ArcadeNet, and how am I going to be able to share these tables between my devices? Because you're actually linking them to your Legends ID. So, as I said it out loud, type this into a chat with engineers at Games, as well as actually PK, the president of the company, and some of the other YouTubers. I'm literally typing out loud here. This is probably exactly why they switched to calling it Legends ID, so you wouldn't confuse tying your licenses to ArcadeNet, which is now playing online, versus your Legends ID, which is your ID amongst all your devices. So, as I said it out loud, it made total sense. And I was like, if AtGames would have said this in the beginning when they asked us to change to the Legends ID, so we could talk about tying our licenses to that and not confuse it with ArcadeNet, that would have made a lot of sense to us back then. PK gave me a nice little heart emoji on that one. So maybe they'll go ahead and use some of the terminology I gave them when they start rolling out these Legends, arcade packs, the Universal packs. They're trying to get the point across that all packs are going to be universal. So if you see anything going on right now that say Universal packs and they don't just say pinball implicitly, for right now they're just talking about the pinball packs. But going forward, all other packs that get sold, whether they be pinball or otherwise, I'm thinking arcade games, those will be able to be linked to your Legends ID as well and will work amongst all platforms. So good to know. Let me see what's going on here. Going back through the chat. Yeah, at least he didn't pay a full price because that's a ton of money. We need to find out Vader's softball schedule. Hilarious, but a good idea. No doubt may buy again from AtGames too. They do a similar sale like Steam did. They do sales from time to time. Now, Matt, just to kind of throw this out there, one of the prizes given to me by AtGames for the end of the season are basically all the pinball packs, not the Gottliebs, but I've got the complete set of 5 of the Zaccaria tables, the whole kit caboodle available to me to give away, as well as the Tato packs. So those are going to be given away during the grand finale, where we will have the 4 players from the 4 quarters of my season here go head to head to head in a ladder format. I may even do it with a dual elimination if anybody's familiar with that kind of bracket. Um, and that's what we're going to do on the 13th week is have those four players go at it. I don't know. Maybe I'll even do some wild card players in there, make it five or six. Who knows? I could get crazy here. But those are what's going to be up for grabs in those sessions. So you've got two more quarters, Matt. I understand right now you can't play, but if you can in the next quarter, weeks, let me see, this is 7, 8, 9. So 10, yeah, weeks 10, 11, and 12. If you're able to go ahead and play those nights and score yourself 4 points a week, you got a shot at being in that, final, grand finale tourney and a shot at those pinball tables. I'll be giving the first place winner a choice of they want Zacharia or Tato, and then I will be giving the second place the whatever's left. And then, of course, we have the raffles for all those other prizes. Let's see here. PK bullets. Okay. Wait for Nod and get them on sale. They come on in sale sometimes. I'm hoping to see them for sale on Amazon as well in the future. Maybe we'll see some discounts that way. And don't forget, I'm giving away three $10 codes every week. Obviously, one of them is only to new players. So if you've played before with us, then you've only got a shot at two of them. But every week, I'm giving away $10 e-gift cards, and heck, you actually have a chance to win one of each if you were a new player. So if you're not a new player, you got a chance to win at least two during the season. So that could be $20 off on any product that includes pinball tables. Sometimes the picture's not always clear, the decision is made. Yeah, Saucy, I agree on that. The whole terminology thing, somebody had the picture. It just wasn't relayed, in a manner that we all could understand and go like, duh, this makes sense now, man. No, yeah, this is a great idea. Half off or better, I agree. Wish you could compete. Too scared to bring it in the game room. Oh, trust me, man. You have no idea how much stuff has broken in this game room with my grandkids, and we're talking ages 1.5 and 3.5 at the time. Lots of stuff broke. Whew. What if we selected to tie the license to the machine and not to the ID? If you decide to tie it to the machine, then it stays with the machine and does not float. Now, here's one thing, if you're not familiar with it, Jay, is that you can take a pack offline. So say you only owned one each of Zacharia packs 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But right now you're playing through all the ones, you're a completionist. You want to go ahead and play every single table. Right now you're focusing on the tables in pack 1. You could take that pack offline and onto any of your devices. So you can say on your ALP, take it offline, and that locks in that one pack just for your ALP. The other packs you own will be floating between whatever device uses them. So I hope that clears that up. Oh, you're asking previously. Sorry, Saucy, you had the answer. Yes, they are being very, very generous about going backwards on this and fixing it. I think we had a person in the Discord, Anti-Hero, got it fixed. It sounded like in like a day. So yes, open a support ticket. Tell them you want to switch it to your Legends ID instead of the device. I think they will have you remove it from the device you have it tied to right now, and then re-add the codes, is how it sounded like from Anti-Hero. So it is relatively easy, and like I said, they're being very generous in allowing you to go back and do this easily. And the fact that their support is now a lot, how do I say, you can get to the support and get your answers solved fast compared to what it was a year ago today. Hell, when it was 6 months ago. So kudos to them for getting, the support tickets going faster and for being able to do this really fast to switch from tying to a device to your Legends ID. I think I'm going to need a refill before we play tonight. All right, let's see here. Then it will go with the machine, even if you sell it, but you won't have access to it on any other device. Yeah, and again, PK Bullets, you were thinking about the same thing I was thinking. He was asking, can he tie it to a device? He's saying he already did, and he wants to untie it. So, yep, exactly. At the time, I only had the pinball machine that I was tying some of those tables to, but still went the arcade net because way, way, way back in the day, um, it was on Super Game Room dudes that Nostalgia was saying that's the best way to go. Trust me, guys, trust me. Now, in the past, I've had some internet outages that really burned that scenario. But as long as you have internet, it's a quick phone home and it will play on any device. The only thing I could say is that tying going offline with some to a device does get around that problem of phoning home with an internet outage. Okay, see, Saucy's got. Remember, if you don't own a pack, all the tables are included and available for download for local play with the Arcade Net subscription while it is active. That is correct. And that also has a limitation too. You cannot be using the same Legends ID. You cannot be playing an Arcade Net at the same time. I'm pretty sure it's not just like individual game. I think it's playing an Arcade Net, period. So one machine will have to get out of Arcade Net for the other one to be able to play in Arcade Net. But that is a very good point, Saucy. Anything you need to do on your end for the gift card? I'm going to go ahead and shoot a note to my contacts at AtGames, and they'll go ahead and shoot you an email with a code. Um, Saucy used it, I guess, for his purchase of his Max. Said it worked fine. Um, and yes, Saucy added on to that Arcade Net does not have the Tato tables. Very true. And there's actually one Zaccaria table that's not on there. I forgot which one it is. I used to have that written down somewhere. You are welcome, kind sir. Steve, you get the notification. You just need to go to your digital locker and download it, and then you're all set. Hey, no problem, man. That's kind of what I do on this show is I try to, give a little bit of focus on the at game stuff. You're here to talk about, the lobby, happy hour, arcade net, things like that. But anything else related, since obviously you guys are actively using your at games devices, that's why I like to talk about a little bit extra on this show. That's why I give it a few more minutes than I really need to. Hey, Matt, I'm glad that you're learning something. Who wants to go ahead and do the GI Joe thing on that one? All right, someone's going to put it in chat. I know they are. It's probably going to be Saucy. All right, guys, we are T minus 6 minutes till we go live on the table or on our happy hour. You probably missed it, but what game are we playing tonight? Unfortunately, my BitPixel does not have a cool image for it, but kind of look over here. It is Akari 3 The Rescue is what we're playing tonight, buddy. So that I've been told it is a tougher game to play. But there we go. Akari 3 The Rescue will go live at 9 p.m. Eastern, and do the math in your own time zones. So, again, last but not least, when do we do this every week? If you're a regular here, you know. If it's your first time here, let's go ahead and just kind of reiterate. Every Saturday night, at least for the next 6 weeks or so, I'm going to be here at 5:15 p.m., 8:15 p.m. Eastern or Pacific. 5:15 Pacific, 8:15 Eastern. And then top of the hour after the show, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern is where I'll be heading into the lobby to play you guys. I typically go ahead and hit the leaderboards a little bit first to try to at least put a score up there. And then you will see me in some of my, my regular games. What are my regular games? For me, Squash is my number 1. Touch and Go is my number 2. Garu, God, I forgot what the rest of the name of that fighting game is. Garu, Mark of the Wolves. So that's kind of our favorite fighting game in there. And then Bang Bead and whatever else its predecessor was. So yeah, you can catch me doing a lot of gaming in there. If you on your friends list, you could go ahead and filter for people who are online. You might find me. If I'm between games, you won't. But again, please do not hit me up with an invite. Otherwise, I may jump out of somebody else's game, and you could rob them of the chance to get an extra point for beating me. All right, niece and nephew are tad early. You got to run. Take it easy, Matt. I appreciate you showing up every weekend. All right, guys. T minus 4 minutes. Obviously, I have a drink to refill, so I'm gonna go do that and get ready to play you guys in the lobby. So thanks again for joining me. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up on the way out. If you want to go ahead and help me out in growing the channel, I will be doing some regular pre-recorded videos soon now that I have spare time. I'm working on a three-part series, as a matter of fact, with Buy Stuff Arcades on upgrading pinballs. First part's going to be revolving around the haptics kit. Then it'll be around the SSF kit. And then last but not least, upgrading a original Buy Stuff Arcade back box to go ahead and do the large screen for built-in games. So thank you everybody for joining me. Really appreciate it. If I said, give me a like, subscribe. If you want to know when a new show is coming out, hit the notifications. Other than that, I will see you guys on the leaderboards and in the lobby.